Hello. Right. Okay. So that one's okay. Back. Can you hear me now, Cranky? This is very weird. Hey guys. I don't know if I've got any audio. Very weird. Looks like there might be somebody there. Would be handy if you're able to write in chat. I had Cranky briefly. Let's see. Okay, so that one's working. Yes. Okay, cool, Scott. Thank you. And thank you, Cranky. Welcome, Cranky. I have no idea what happened there. Just give me a second because I created a new stream. I've now gone and got myself completely tangled up. Okay. Well, I've got two of you there. I've got two streams showing on my YouTube. And I want to try and kill one. How do I do that? Kill you. Okay. That's a duplicate key, so that's all right. So it's going to just sit there in the background. Yeah, so let's go back to farming, shall we? Because I don't know what YouTube did. OBS thought everything was fine right up until it became obvious to me that there was nobody there. And as it stands at the minute, I still don't. I've got 3 viewers now, so I need to get. There we go. So I've got YouTube chat back. Welcome to whoever just joined us. We just had a couple of connection issues with YouTube, but I think they're sorted out and we shall go back to our logging. I was just trying to get rid of some tree stumps here. And what I want to do is move that across there so that I can see chat. Okay. So, after that momentary interruption, let's see if we can get rid of a couple of these tree stumps. Where are you there? Depth perception is lacking. That's better. I think we had someone else join, so welcome. But I can't. My chat's a little bit confused. So I don't know what's happened there. Never mind. Let's come over here. I just want to get rid of a couple of these stumps so that I stop tripping over them. With the tree harvester. Yeah. There's another one in front. It's better. A bogged on here. Where am I bogged? That's better. So as I was saying before, if anybody has considers themselves a bit of a pro at forestry, I am more than open for suggestions, because I am definitely not. Just sort of figuring it out as I go along. I've picked equipment that tends to work for me and gets the job done, and I am trying to learn to do it a little more realistically. What we're doing here is just clearing the area behind where we put the new sawmill last week, and this is going to be the site of our industrial park, and the plan is to put two the MTL diesel production along with the refinery here, and a BGA. So we'll sort of have a range of things. We'll find some other things potentially that go with those, but kind of makes sense to me that on this map we would initially, once we started to clear it out, have a bit of an industrial feel, and that'll sit alongside the farmland that we're cutting out down in the bottom of the map. So that might get us, just park up over here. Now, if we pop the Tajin on the back of this, maybe on the front, let's see. See if we can move some of these logs around a little. Moderately successful. Long grass is a bit of a nuisance. That's all right, we'll make a bit of a pile over there. And that gives us somewhere to work. Oop. Let's drop you in here for the moment. This rain is very persistent. Just have a look over here. Okay, so whoops. Let's pick you. Oops, that way. And over. Thanks, Cranky, for trying to help with that plough course play issue. It was certainly interesting looking through the course play log. I couldn't find any. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know how to. How do you roll that over? And I'll put it down. No. Oh. What was that? No. No, give up. Let's cut. I couldn't find anything in the GitHub to help me. It was pretty evident that some people had complained about issues with plows, but for a reason that I never got to the bottom of, there was no propensity to fix it. Okay, not on the truck. What we might do with those oak trees that are over there, because they're a bit of a nuisance to log, is we've gotten a little further down the track, is by the mobile chipper, and just have a go at logging them straight onto the Gen's chipper. We'll see how that goes. We're getting through a few trees here, even if they are weeny ones. As I think I was saying when we lost the stream, it'd be nice if this this map, these little trees actually grew, and I'm kind of hoping when we get the Platinum Edition that maybe one of the changes that they make that comes with that might be that trees actually age on the broader map, because that would that'd be kind of neat. Then you could legitimately farm. I mean, the ones you plant yourself do, and if they only age every 6 months or so, that's fine. It's not like there's not a lot of overhead in terms of processing continual updates, so I think it'd be useful. Oh, cool. So you actually tried others in that pack as well, did you, Cranky? I looked at the XML for it, and it wasn't obvious to me where the problem is. The one thing that the latest version of Courseplay was able to reveal was where that there is a 1.3 meter offset set for the 6 meter plow, which I didn't notice or wasn't able to detect before, and that's clearly a problem because in operational mode the plow's basically symmetrical. So it's a shame because I quite like it. It's a good size, it's not too heavy to pull. Where are we here? How do I get out there? No, that one. Back up. JA Modding has a Facebook page, so I might reach out to him and see if, I mean, it's a while since it was released. He may have no interest in doing anything about it, but I think it's got to be fixed in the model. Righty-ho. Now, if I was good at this, I should be able to go up there. No. Which way is up? Hello. Up. Up. And around. And put you in the pile on the other side. Why don't you... There we go. That's the direction I wanted. Now you should go up. There we go. So it was a very busy Sunday here because we had a big day in Australian motorsport being Bathurst, which is a 1,000-kilometre race. Runs typically for about... Are you going the wrong way? That's better. For 6.5 to 7 hours. 4 safety cars in the first hour because it was a bit damp up there, and I started the day with Grand Prix qualifying and finished it with the rain-shortened Japanese Grand Prix, so all in all a good day. Come on, down, 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 down. We're getting a little bit of a pile here. I think there's a way to turn that head, but I don't know what it is. Oops, I think I've made the logs longer. Have a look here. No, cut length 7, that's alright. Time for a drink. Great to have you, Scott. Thank you very much for dropping in and keeping us company. Hope you have a lovely dinner. And we might see you on your stream on... When are you? You're tomorrow, aren't you? This time tomorrow, roughly? If I got the right... Put in a plug for your stream before you go. Certainly anybody here can have a look at your new Asada series. That'd be worth a watch. Okay, well, we'll see you tomorrow, Scott. Righty. Doesn't look like we're going to get much of our barley harvested. See, why does it do that? Come on. Get that one over near the truck. Might be time to clear some stumps again, I think. Any significant plans for the week, Cranky? I'm perpetually renovating the house. It's a 100-year-old house, which is pretty old for Australia. That would have been lovely. Scott's already done a bunch for me though, so I'm just happy that people pop in. That's I'm sure she'll come up with some chores that you're delinquent on. Now, where are we? Down, 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 down. Close enough? There we go. Oops. Gated on that one. Okay, let's get this tree harvester out of the way. Now, if I move the truck, maybe I can just we'll just check on our AR for a sec. How's he going? Oh, he's turning around and he's making moderate progress. He's got about a third of the field done, so that's good. Come over here. We can bunch a few more of those up. Yeah, I figured it was one of those things that if I could find a way to do it, it certainly makes a difference when the trees behave somewhat properly. So, which these ones do. So that helps. And can I get some of you to move? Yes, I can. A little bit of brute force. And I kind of, I also figured because this is a, you know, a forestry oriented map, I should play it more the way the map maker intended. On my Griffin series, for example, I'm doing everything I can to not take trees out. Okay, so let's do that for a second. Let's drop some of these, if we can, in the sell point. And I think because there's going to be millions of them, ultimately I'm going to swap or add the devourer and replace the stump grinder that's on the front of the bobcat. Now, let's see here. How many does that pick up? Is to shut that door. Oop, there's a stump there. Do you happen to know if the devourer will go on the front of a bobcat, Frankie? Or does anyone in chat? Oh, it might just be the two of us now, I think. Whoa. If it does, we'll go right ahead and get that. I can afford just the devourer, and we'll just drop that on the front. Now, I guess if not, I can always put it on a tractor, I presume. Now, I'm curious, impatient. I want to know how many of these, how this is doing for the. Not very much wood from those at all. That's terrible. 4,000. That's a lot of work for 4,000 litres of wood. Curious, what would happen if we. Where are we here? Come on, pick a spot for me. I drop you over there, then we grab you, and I reel you into the sell point and chop you up in place. That'll be the trick. Yeah, just the one with the spout. The one without the spout filled up trailers as well. Okay. Well, that's all right. We can do with the 3-point link. Now, how does this work? Got a new. Turn on logging winch. Okay, now I should be able to. Object too heavy. Okay. So that answers that question. Still object too heavy? Maybe not. Why not? Let me. B. That's what I want. Yeah, you're right, Cranky. But for some reason it wasn't giving me the... Now, if we winch, should be able to pull it closer-ish. It's about as close as we're going to get it. We pull it this way. No, not enough traction. It is heavy. Let's see. Is that close enough to cook something? Yeah. Plenty of work to do. But my compromise is I should be able to lift these branches. That one's probably heavier than I should be able to lift. Let's see if that gives us any... somewhere in here is a trigger. That's a bit better. Now, I click you onto there. Oh, it's moving it. I do like this winch. I reckon it's a neat little implement. Release the rope. So now if we get out of there and go into here, now we'll find out how heavy it really is. Yeah, not too bad. Collision on the edge of the building's a bit annoying. Oh, it's still connected as the winch, isn't it? Despite what it told me. Release rope via remote. Why is that? X is not releasing. Left shift B. Now it is. And you should be able to drop in there. Okay, that trunk on its own was the biggest delivery we've made. Okay. I wonder. Oops. What am I stuck on? There we go, another one. Let's what we might do, did I get that out? No, I did not. Oh, bugger it. Let's take, what have I got where? What equipment? Let's go find the U. Go down the shop. And let's grab one of these devourers. I'm hoping I've got the... I'm sure I put the devourer in. I cannot remember if it's on the mod list or not. This rain has been persistent. What we'll do first, before we put anything on the trailer, is just sell some more furniture. Come on. That's where I want you. We'll just load up with a little bit. Don't know how much is in the production here. Furniture, 43,000. And in the other one, not much. That's it for that one, I think. Oh no, that's the one that's got 43,000 in it. We just have to wait a second for them to spawn. What's our sell price for furniture? Not that it's going to make a difference. Sell prices are good for furniture, so that's what we like to see. Did you watch any of the Japanese Grand Prix, Frankie? Thought it was a bit of a shame that it was so wet as to shorten the race. Because once they got racing, it was one of those where, even though it was wet, it made me think I'd like to see the news, the rules changed to enable longer races or more time for completion. Because I felt like they had enough light. You know, I think another hour they would have gone close to finishing it. And there's been a couple of occasions this year where that's occurred. You kind of go, oh, just a bit more patience rather than, you know, shortening the race. And I get that it's in the rules. But that's where I think a tweak to the rules might be in order. Right, so that's got the coffers looking a little bit healthier. Okay, so if we have a look in our, I'm guessing it'll be in forestry equipment. I've never bought one before. This is the one, isn't it? Devour trees, is that the... That produces wood chips, yes. So will that also do stumps, is the question. G'day, Jason. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. You've missed a little bit of tree cutting. And so, yes, it does do stumps. Okay, so we will take one of those. Without any further ado, capacity 50,000. That seems excessive. How can that be the real capacity? That's very odd. So yeah, we've cut down some trees. We were waiting for the rain to stop, and we've just come back to the shop to pick up the. So can I just buy the 25,000 one? Oh no, Jason, I wouldn't say that. I use quite a lot of base game gear, but I also like to experiment with what the modders have done. So, because in some areas the base game is a bit short. Okay, so I just go with this guy, yeah? 25k configured like that, and we're away. I think. Okay, so let's do that. Mind you, on this map, I probably don't have a lot of base game stuff. Now, the other thing we need here in the yard while we're here is a lifter. Let's have a look in the second-hand gear. Another tractor. Well, we could do a lot worse. So maybe, what do you weigh? 8 ton. So maybe if we put a front loader attacher on you and some wheel weights. Yeah, let's just buy that. And so then if we come in here and get a large, what's the big quickie? Is that the, there's the 8. What are these? No. Let's just get the big quickie. That's the one I want. Yep. We'll buy you. And some pallet forks. I believe if I've got some, they'll be sitting over there. I do not. So let's get some pallet forks. So do you prefer to use the base game stuff, Jason? Should I infer that from your comment? Let's just take what we got here. Let's just take those in red so I can see them. And then we'll just get this loaded up. Did I put a skid steer? Oh, well, we'll find out in a sec. Looks like you're absolutely correct. How did I do that? I completely agree with you, Jason. I am not typically one that's a fan for the Unreal variations. I did get the wrong tools, didn't I? Well spotted, Cranky. So, in fact, what have we got here? So that's probably the one I should have bought. Let's get the stole. Do one thing at a time. Yeah, I will need a weight for the back of this as well. I'll put you on there. Can I lift you a little this way? Wherever possible, I try not to take the Unreal mods. In fact, I put some requests in the forum to Giants. It was a fairly fruitless ask, but it would be really helpful for not so experienced and particularly non-farmers, if they enforced a setting in the description where it kind of made it clear what the real versus the unreal setting was. Or if a mod, you know, so 82 Studios does it pretty well, I think, and he makes his labeling quite clear when he's using Unreal mods. Or Unreal variations. But some, there's kind of no differentiation, and so if you just turn up and see it for the first time, you're kind of relying on some degree of expertise to be able to tell the difference. Okay, so we just wanted that's we can sell that because I'll forget otherwise. Where are we here? Oh, we might keep it. We might end up using that on the skid steer. I think it's one of those things, because the game and its modding environment is so open, it's a really difficult challenge to maintain balance. You know, it's all well and good for us as individual players to point out, you know, when there's a specific instance when we don't like it, but to try and maintain balance when you're allowing the creativity of modders across the board, you know, productions are a classic example, it is really tricky. Because the modders are creative and you close one door and they open another. So it's a tough challenge. Hey everyone, I think we've had a couple of others join, so welcome. Really glad to see you here. We didn't get any harvesting done today, and if you're new to the map, the rain has set in, so the barley will have to wait till next time. This is the sunflowers that I've sort of been cutting out of the forest in front, so that's quite a large setup. We need to get a sprayer in there. And then the wheat field with that funny green patch, which I'll explain later, is in front of us. So that was the first field I put down when I sort of carved out the farm. This is a little farmhouse here that we're driving past. The plan is ultimately to have a few of these windmills just sort of dotted down the road here, and so that's what the sunflowers do. We've got a couple of chicken coops tucked in there with our fuel and a little bit of fertilizer, and then at the top of the hill here we've just started to develop an industrial, or what will be an industrial park. So we placed another sawmill because it's about halfway distant to the cell point at the top of the map, and we've just started to clear an area so that we can put a couple of productions in behind the sawmill, ultimately a BGA and two of the diesel productions to sort of see how they go. And I already know the Zottelzot one has some oddities with it, so we may play with the configuration of that to make it fit more into the balance on this map ultimately. So that's where we're at. Now, what we were going to do is stick that devourer on the back of here. It's a bit slippery up there. Oh, I've probably got the front down. Is that the issue? That's better. Hello. Why can I not put you on there? There we go. Now, if I just... do I have to unfold it? I've never used one of these, so let's find out. Turn it on. It's not wanting to eat that stump. Oh, there we go. The option to unfold the tractor puts the beacon light on the top and puts the mirrors out, I think. Let's have a look here. No, just the beacon light on the top. So I picked this up in the store literally just after the last episode, so this is a new second-hand tractor, but it's a beauty. Now, where are we? We've got some over there that we want to get rid of. Let's see if we can tidy this up a little bit, because we're just about done for today. Oops, now I'm stuck on something. What am I stuck on? That one. Okay, they're pretty easy, much easier than that stump grinder. Just tidy up a couple of these and then that will be it for today. Made some good progress. We've also got our top meadow being ploughed. Oops, didn't grab it. Yes, so it is creating wood chips. I went for the 50,000 capacity. I don't, to put the pipe on for some reason, it wanted to charge me another 100,000, whereas what it's doing is it's still creating wood chips and it appears to be storing them up. So I'm assuming that I can actually unload. I'll experiment a little bit more with it and ideally configure it so that it's spitting the wood chips into a trailer, because that strikes me as being a lot more realistic than imagining this thing can store the wood chips. But in the interest of just trying to get this going for now, I've just configured it this way. So yeah, we've got 2200. So will the pipe just appear if I'm near the trailer? Frankie? Is that kind of how it operates? Because I can duck down the hill and grab one. Yeah, well, it told me on the shop screen that it kind of had a reference for unreal capacity, but the references didn't kind of line up with the... I just wanted to buy the unit with a pipe on it so that I could fit wood chips into a trailer. That was my desire. We'll sort that out. We'll make that happen. So there we go. I'm assuming, well, actually, that'll be an interesting test. Can I... don't know that I can provide wood chips as an input to this sawmill. Let's have a look. No, just wood. It produces wood chips. Okay, so that's fine. So we'll solve for that, but for the minute that does the job. Looks like we've gotten stuck at the bottom of the hill, so we might just leave you stopped there. How much of that field has he gotten through? It is a bit muddy, so... well, not much more than the last time I checked, so not quite halfway. That's okay. The canola needs to go in next month or the month after, I think. 2 months, August. So we're going to put canola in this field. We'll just duck over and check the sheep, and that will be that. I would imagine it probably does, Jason. That would be my guess. Now, what have we got here? 40 animals, 100%, plenty of food. Just started to produce wool, so they're underway. Oh, it still keeps grinding when it's full. Oh, well, I will watch the gauge. Oh, well, you lose the wood chips. Okay, cool. That's something at least. That is us done for the day. So thank you very much for joining us. Have enjoyed everybody's company. Had a weird glitch in the middle when YouTube went away for a bit before finally coming back. But all in all, things have worked pretty well. My indicators here have stayed in the green for the whole stream, which is terrific. So thank you very much for joining us, and I'll be back at the same time wherever you are on Thursday afternoon, evening. For me, it's 8 a.m. Friday morning Australian Eastern Standard Time, but Thursday for most other parts of the world. So we'll see you in 3 days' time. See ya.